Right, hello everyone. Quick disclaimer before we get into this video. We don't condone any of the actions any of these guys have done, any of the actions we will be talking about in this video, and we do sympathise with any of the victims for any of these heinous crimes that have happened to them. Alright, thanks guys.
We just recorded this about a couple hours ago and now it's in your face, so enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Secure the Bag, and we've got a special one for you today, a vid that we've been waiting to do for a little while. It's been a real build-up, hasn't it, Matt?
It has.
We let's paint the picture for you. You're in the prison yard. The local, the Latino gang, Los Locos, Muy Locos. They've challenged you. If you don't beat them in a football match with your own team, they're going to shiv you in the showers. What do you do? Me and Matt will answer that question here and today. So we're going to build our teams and see what we can pull up with, won't you, Matt?
Basically, Jackson's just describing the plot of Green Street Hooligans 2, if you've ever seen that. Okay? So that's what we're aiming for today. And yeah, we're going to get to it. We're going to get through a starting 11 of players that should be in the Prison FC, in our opinions. That's what our team's going to be called. But before that, we have some honorable mentions, They can't be honorable because they've obviously committed a crime or they've committed something. So it's the unhonorable mentions. Do you want to start off, Jackson, with some of your unhonorable mentions? I mean, I've got 4. I don't know how many you have. I think you have about 3, right? From earlier.
Yeah. So I think one of the ones. I'm going to start off with. This man is terrifying. They call him the Jaws of football.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he's probably not. This is a maximum security prison we're talking about. He's probably not quite there for this level. I'm talking Luis Suarez. The man is a monster. The man is an absolute.
never recovered from his antics against the Italian team in the World Cup. Never recovered from that.
Yeah, if Cellini was ever in prison, he'd be watching his back because they say Suarez stalks those halls.
I reckon
it's a rough one. But unfortunately, biting people is not good enough for this. He didn't get into this prison, so he's not available for this 11. So that's my first pick on that. Otherwise, we've just got 2, hooligans, but not, madmen. When you go down head to head with some crazy cartel, ex-cartel sicarios, these men aren't just going to do the cut. I'm talking Serge Aurier and Troy Deeney. Okay, big men, but we're looking for a little bit more savagery, brutality. Matt, how about you? Who have you got to put up?
That's funny. I actually have one of those guys in my team that you've just mentioned.
We'll get there.
I will get to my honorable mentions. I didn't have Suarez in there. I did have Serge Aurier in my unhonorable mentions. I've got 3 other guys as well. I mean, one of the greatest players of all time fakes a passport, gets caught. Ronaldinho. I mean, he's got to be in there. He's one of my unhonorable mentions. Javier Mascherano. Tax evasion. Look, on the list of defenders I have, tax evasion wasn't really the highest priority of, things that they've done that have been bad. So, and then Turan was the other one. He had firing a gun to cause panic, illegal possession of weapons, and intentional injury. So he was a CDM that I have in my unhonorable mentions.
No, fair enough. Okay. I mean, I get some of those ones, I mean, I'm not really scared of, a white collar crime man in my foot. Like, I'm not like, that's not terrifying enough. So we're looking for something a little bit more. So let's crack into it then. And let's start with the goalkeeper. So how we were going to do this is we're going to count to 3 and we're both going to say our name of our player for that position. And then we'll judge which one deserves to be in the team over. All right. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Rene Higuita.
Fernandes. The Brazilian Bruno Fernandes, not the Portuguese one. Don't come at me because you think he's a center attacking midfield or a center midfield. This guy's a goalkeeper from Brazil. So, do you want to start off with yours, Jackson?
Oh, Rene Higuita. He's Pablo Escobar's goalkeeper. Crazy stunts. Scott was part of the kidnapping effort against Carlos Marinho. Pablo Escobar kidnapped his daughter, and Higuita was involved. He was a crazy fella. He was a crazy. I mean, he's the goalkeeper famous for those scorpion kicks.
Yeah, yes. I remember him. He used to wear
goals.
the long pants, the long shirt,
Yeah,
that seedy moustache,
reggae style hair.
Yeah.
He's a man for the prison block. You know, he's in block C, and when I yell out goalkeeper, he's going to come in running, pulling scorpion kicks left and right. The man is insane. The man absolutely deserves to be in this team for me.
Look, I think,
but I know this man. I know who you're talking
I think
about. I also know he's got quite a rep behind.
He's got some charisma about this guy.
Yeah, I think my goalkeeper beats you. So Bruno Fernandes, the Brazilian Bruno Fernandes. Let's have a look at his rap sheet. All right, he's got murder, kidnapping, hiding a body, forming a criminal gang, conspiracy, and corrupting minors. So, his former mistress, while she was pregnant, claimed that Bruno was the child of her father. She went missing, found dead, and that's basically some part of the story. I don't think, I'm pretty sure he's pretty well known. We don't really have to go too much into it, but I mean, that rap sheet: murder, kidnapping, hiding a body, forming a criminal gang, and corrupting minors. I mean, that's probably the biggest rap sheet I've got on my team at the moment. Yeah. So that's my goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's enough. He's a nutter, that one, and he's still playing. He was released in 2019 pending an appeal, and was back on the pitch. So that's a bit wild.
Yeah, because in 2013 he was sentenced to 22 years jail. So I think it was assault, torture, and murder of his former girlfriend and mother of his youngest child. Yeah. So
bit of a nutter. I'll agree. He probably deserves to get in there. They're both pretty nutters, but you know what? If we concede a penalty, and that Mexican fucker's like looking down the line, he's gonna go, if I score this, they're gonna find my body pieces stuffed down like a cubicle in behind like the block D. So I think he's probably gonna go in there. Dude is terrifying.
Yeah,
we'll go with him.
100%. I mean, there was no denying.
No, left back. Now, we might have the same guy for this, or we might not. But
I have a very sneaky suspicion we do.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Benjamin Mendy! Hey!
It had to be. He's one of Prison FC's biggest signings. Although there was a recent big one, but this one is important. This one is a big one.
Happened last year, back end of last year in 2021. Benjamin Mendy, I think he's up to 6 counts, 6 charges of rape and 1 charge of sexual assault so far.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
Yeah, no, he's got girls coming out of the woodwork left, right, and center, saying that they're accusing him of rape. So.
Yeah, I think this is fair. He's definitely a big boy. He's got an attitude, pretty bad attitude. I think he's perfect for this team. I think there's, we don't get a lot of fullbacks committing crimes. They just seem to be perfect angels. So we got to take what we can get.
He was part of that French team a while back ago. All the conspiracy around that French national team. Yeah. So. I would dare say he had quite a lot of involvement in that stuff.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Yeah, he definitely deserves to be the left back in this team.
Put him back in without question.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Right back was tricky. As I said, fullbacks are complete angels, They don't survive prison, so we don't really see them all that often. But let's give it a go, Matt. So I actually picked a left back, and I'm just going to tell him to suck it up and play right back.
So did I.
Okay, are you ready? All right. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Marcus Alonso. I mean, drink driving. He had an accident while he was under the influence of alcohol and caused the death of a young woman. She was, I think it was killing. He killed one of the passengers. So the 22-year-old woman, that was the passenger. He was driving at 112.8 kilometers an hour and had 0.93 milligrams per milliliter blood alcohol level content in his body when he was tested. So
yep. That, and not all these players can be beasts. We need a bitch on this team, and Marcus Alonso is that man.
he killed someone. So
yeah, but accidentally. I mean, our goalkeeper Fernandez did not kill someone accidentally. That was very deliberate.
Well, yeah.
But they know he's got potential to kill. If he gets behind the wheel of a car during this match, he's going to be very dangerous. So
couple gin and tonics, and he's off the rails. Off the rails.
All right. Our next pick would be centre back. So the problem is,
are we going to do both?
We should probably do both at the same time, because if we both have one guy, but you don't say it till the next run, then we'll say both centre backs.
Do you want to do alphabetical order?
Actually, alphabetical order.
Of their last name. We'll just do their last names. Right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty confident we got the same ones.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Harry Maguire.
Get out, Harry Maguire! Piss off! Piss off, Harry Maguire! You useless piece of...
We agree. The man's insane. I mean, nobody likes the Greeks, but
aggravated assault.
Come on,
resisting arrest and attempted bribery
from a Man United captain. Tisk. Very tisk.
Everyone says that he's England's saviour. He's one of the best centre backs in England. I don't see it, man. They should have picked Tomori over him. John Stones, that quality centre back pairing over Harry Maguire any day. But
yeah, I mean, we got to have him. He's another big lad to make up for Marcus Alonso, and he's
that's
but
it.
He's involved trying to bribe policemen. That's a
imagine,
bad one.
Imagine breaking through on the wing and you see a 6'5", but you cut in towards goal, see a 6'5" slab head standing there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and this is prison rules, so he's not even forced to play actual football, which he's terrible at. So he can just throw down. He's perfect for this team.
But I reckon the other centre back, what he's done is probably not as bad. But I reckon running into him on the pitch or running into him around the cell block, if he's pissed, man, I reckon
we've got completely different people for this one.
Okay.
Completely. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. James Pearson.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you explain Kurt Zouma to me? I'm the West Ham fan. I'm not allowed to explain this one.
I mean, they've made a very catchy song about this, but Kurt Zouma has had, a couple instances of animal abuse come out in, I'd say, the last 6-ish months. There's some videos that his brothers released. He was condemned by both his club and the RSPCA. I'm pretty sure he lost his Adidas sponsorship as well, and he got fined. I think it was €250,000 or £250,000 for basically abusing a cat. So he kicked it across his kitchen floor. Had his, I think it was his son or his nephew, hold it up, and he slapped the cat across the face. Was chasing with the stick. Everyone's seen the videos. You know how bad it is. But I just think to myself, it's not as that's probably not as bad as some other people, but running into him at the prison block, 6'5" Frenchman, mate.
I disagree. If he's on the pitch, those Mexicans are just going to make meow sounds at him, and he's going to run off and cry. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but just imagine him and Harry Maguire at the back together.
Yeah, I saw how far he punted that cat. If that's only how far he can punt a football, he's not good enough. He's not good enough for this team.
All right, so who's yours and why do you think
James Pearson?
Yeah.
This is the man, the myth, the legend,
Scott
who
Silly?
deserves to be in prison. So Leicester City had sent their youth players off for a goodwill mission to Thailand.
I know who this is. Yeah, I didn't recognize the name until now.
They might have got, filmed a little video, as most white men do when they go to Thailand. He filmed a little video. Him and a couple players, they had some drinks, brought some girls around, and filmed what can only be explained as a racist sex tape. This one, very dodgy. To quote, fart on her face was really not the mood. But you know what? This man, you throw him in a max security prison, put away the key. A Thai prison, no less. So he's hard. He's hard as hell, after that experience. So what we can absolutely say is I absolutely reckon this lad is absolutely insane. If you're a Mexican attacker, you're dribbling up to him and you're going, fuck, I'm not going near that guy. That dude's fucking nuts. He ruined his career for Thai girls. We can't have that.
I thought Kurt Zouma sheer intimidation, but yeah, I think he takes the cake. I think Pearson takes the cake. I think I send it back pairings of Maguire and Pearson. There's no arguing.
I think James Pearson is. Just to remember everyone, don't watch that video. I listened to a very short audio clip. That's already enough to really concern me. Don't watch that. That was all poor form. Let's move on to our defenders. Let's start with our first midfielder. I think I'll go with the one that I feel is most likely for you to have out of the midfielders I've got. You're good?
Yeah, look, I got three of my midfielders. I technically had four, but I've sort of put my most attacking one as an attacking player, just so it fits with Jackson's lineup.
Yeah.
But
all right.
I'll go with this guy because that's probably the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. So. Okay. All right. You good? Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Joey Barton.
Sigurdsson. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh, I did not think it. Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to go with him, but yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know who you're talking about. It's an unnamed Everton player. I don't know.
Is he in your lineup?
Can't say that. We're not allowed to say that.
Is he in your lineup?
No, he's not.
Ah, okay.
He's not in my lineup. I'm sorry, but if I'm if he's reached this prison, someone's already giving him some prison napalm. He's not coming out. He's not living. He's not living that far.
He's probably had his fair share of goes around the prison with a couple of people.
Yeah, he's not. He's not my team.
we don't really have to talk much on Gylfi Sigurdsson. We all
understand.
We all know what he's done. Okay.
Joey Barton. This man is actually. If I had to name a captain for this team, it's Joey Barton.
Yeah.
The dude was putting out cigarettes on youth players, tried to basically end Sergio Aguero's career, and was assaulted his wife, which got him a conviction. Yes.
That does not surprise me at all. And look, we're taking him over Sigurdsson. There's no argument. Okay.
Joey Barton, great character, but what on earth?
I did not have him in my team, surprisingly.
I can't believe you didn't
because
have him.
It slipped my mind. I did my whole lineup off the top of my head. A couple players slipped my mind. Yeah.
He is probably the I can't even say that because some of the people on this list are actually animals, but Joey Barton definitely deserves to be amongst them. He's earned his place,
Yeah.
I mean, James Pearson is just what on earth, dude? But this dude is very much where he belongs. Let's go the second midfielder.
Okay, is this a more known midfielder, or how are we going to run this, Joseph?
You do whatever because I don't. Okay. I'm pretty sure you don't have this guy on your team. Actually, I know you don't have this guy.
I'm going to go my second worst midfielder.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And leave my, I guess, least worst midfielder to last.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Quincy Promes.
I heard of that. I thought Quincy Promes was quite a talent, and then
Turan was actually my honorable mentions.
So I knew you didn't have him.
Quincy Promes attempted murder. He was detained after a stabbing incident in July 2020. The victim was a relative of his who got into an argument with him, and he denies any involvement, but he was charged. It was announced his specific charge would be attempted murder, and his court hearing was supposed to be in the end of in March, actually. So it should be going on now.
So I think just by the crime, he probably deserves to be in this team. But Arda Turan for me, I mean, Turks are hard. Turks are a good pick for this team, but his crime just makes it kind of funny.
It does. It does.
He beat someone up, walked into the hospital to beg for forgiveness, and accidentally unloaded his gun into the ground. And they're just you're done.
Accidentally.
A bit dodgy that one.
And the guy that he beat up was like a Turkish pop star as well, which made it worse. Yeah.
What a dodgy! Here's the thing. They talk about how dodgy the French team is. I'm pretty sure this happens all the time with the Turkish football players.
I reckon
at halftime they play Russian roulette and just do a sub if something goes wrong.
I reckon it happens quite a lot, but it's just not as I guess,
people
commercial
would,
compared to the French team. You know, because
so
they
you
had that
wouldn't hear about
journalist.
it.
They had that journalist investigating to the French team, so
Yeah.
they probably haven't investigated into other teams.
I mean, I'd give it to Quincy because I just think he's quick. He's very quick, and he's actually, unlike most of the people on this list, he is actually really good.
Yeah.
I remember watching him in the, I think it was the 2019. It was
Champions
during
League?
I thought it was during the Nations League.
Oh, the Nations League.
The Nations League.
Yeah.
I remember watching him as part of Portugal's run in that comp.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about when he was playing at Ajax.
Right? Yeah, he played for Portugal. Yeah.
No,
he was really good.
Ajax, but
so he was really good. But yeah, so just talent, and also the crime does match. I think he's perfect. I think he'll fit in. You just got to stay away from Joey Barton, because Joey Barton is still looking for a new ashtray, and I think Quincy is probably in that range.
Yeah.
So you better stay away.
I think there's one player that we'll get to towards the end of this. It's a bit younger than Quincy, that I reckon, might be used as an ashtray for Joey Barton.
And for other purposes by Gylfi Sigurdsson, but that's not a concern for us. All
right, let's continue. So we're putting
third midfielder.
Quincy Promes in the midfield. All right,
yeah,
so third midfielder.
This guy I'm about to name, he's a bit. I think this is another James Pearson.
Okay, so we got completely different people.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's get straight into it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Bernardo Silva. Ooh, I don't actually know. What has Bissouma done? I actually don't know this one.
So, Bissouma's been banned from driving in the UK on 2 separate occasions for repeated speeding and also suspicion of sexually assaulting a woman outside of a nightclub in Brighton. He was let out of the nightclub in Brighton with handcuffs on.
Oh, geez. So no, I haven't heard of that one. I didn't know about that one.
In January this year, he's currently under investigation. The Sussex police had noted that he was currently released under investigation while inquiries continued. So it's decently recent.
Jeez.
Yeah. Happened in October 2021.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's what happened to Bissouma. So let's talk about Bernardo Silva then, Jackson.
Oh, this man is a social media fiend. It's unacceptable behavior, hate speech. You know, Tommy Robson's trying to defend him, but he's going to go straight to max prison. This is unacceptable. Do you remember this incident? Do you remember?
I remember part of it, but why don't you give us some context, Jackson, just for the people that don't know?
Now, what I'm trying to remember is because so this was a social media tweet that Bernardo Silva directed towards another player in the Man City squad.
Oh, yeah.
Who happens to be black. And Bernardo Silva was like, you look like this, and posted one of the most racist things I think I've ever seen. That image was so dodgy.
And he deleted it pretty quickly after.
Yeah. But that was honestly jokes. I think it was if you look at it, you can just see it, everything fall apart, and you can just see him go, oh shit, oh no, delete, as it streams in, because people were like, this is not okay. This is very much not okay.
I reckon what he's done is he's sent the tweet, and then his mind sort of done, that Thomas Skinner.
Starting to get a bit shaky, I'm a little bit weird.
And he's probably realised, shit, I've done something that I probably shouldn't have done that is very much racist, and I should delete it.
Yeah, probably should delete that. His mind probably did a 180 in the minutes after, oh shit, this is probably deletable. This is a good deletable. This is something to delete. But and they investigated him for him. The league did investigate him for it. But this is, I mean, Bissouma or Bernardo Silva. See, you can always use a racist on the but because Bissouma was just driving a rat. So what was he? He was driving.
So he's been banned twice for driving, and then he's under investigation for sexual assault.
All right, I don't like this team is starting to build up with a lot of the sexual predators, but I'll give it to Bissouma.
I mean, there's still a couple left, in my opinion, but yeah. All right, we'll give it to Basuma. So,
We'll give it to
our
Basuma.
midfield is Quincy Proms, Basuma, and Joey Barton. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to our front three, I guess.
So one of these ones is he should be in your team. He's absolutely in mine. This is a recent addition to Prison FC. I assume he's in your team.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, so we'll just get this one over with. All right, 3, 2, 1. Mason Greenwood. Yeah. What else needs to be said? Everyone will remember this one.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the pictures that Harriet posted. We've seen heard the audio clips as well, and yeah. Look, there's no denying it. Mason Greenwood's probably the guy on the team that Joey Barton's going to use as the ashtray, but that's what I was referring to a bit earlier. But
this isn't. We're struggling to make like Prison FC anymore. This is just like Sex Pests 11. Like I don't know. Like
that's what we should have named it.
I mean, we've got like between Benjamin Mendy, James Pearson, and Mason Greenwood, we've got and another player of mine who also is going to get called out.
Mine as well.
Got quite a few of these.
I'm pretty sure we got the same player. I'm 99.9% sure we have the same player.
Oh, geez, this is. Let's do them both together.
Should we get him out of the way first before we count down? He's the guy that bled Sunderland dry. 3, 2, 1.
Adam Johnson.
Woo! We should not be cheering for that. This is
so if we had Gylfi Sigurdsson, this would be
the level
we'd
up.
really be leaning in one particular direction.
Yeah. This is the upgrade of Gylfi Sigurdsson, the pioneer of Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Yeah, when you think about it, Gylfi was just copying what he did.
Yeah, his predecessor. Yeah.
This is Adam Johnson and Mason Greenwood, perfect for each other. I really think they'd have some chemistry up front. They'd really relate over how to, handle consent. I think like they're generally like in the same boat.
I love how. Well, love's probably a strong word for this. I think it's.
Don't
funny.
Love Adam Johnson.
No. I think it's funny how Adam Johnson's crimes, I guess, happened in 2014, the same year he was captain of Sunderland, if I believe. So, yeah, he was in the Premier League, captain of Sunderland. Everything was looking good for him, and then
what's more criminal than what even he did is that the news came out. They started looking into him, and Sunderland were like, "We'll play him though." That was the dodgiest thing about it. That Sunderland kept playing him.
Look, Sunderland didn't have that many people, that many good people.
I swear to God.
I mean, I don't know if he was still in the team at the time, but they had Jack Rodwell in their lineup. Like he's playing for Western Sydney Wanderers now. Like,
not a good one. They kicked Mason Greenwood out, instantly.
Like rapid. Him and Benjamin Mendy were gone.
Yeah. Benjamin Mendy, once they figured it out. But
I mean, yeah.
We're starting to build up a profile. When you think about it, like I think there's obviously going to be I don't think our attitude is quite there for this 11. We probably got too many people with thinking about the women they can't have. We're really going to be depending on our goalkeeper and Joey Barton to keep them all in line.
As long as the team that they're playing doesn't show many feminine sides. Feminine signs. I think this team should be okay. Because once that happens, half our team's gone.
I don't know. I mean, you could say it could probably disrupt the game if Adam Johnson like looks at an opponent and goes, "You'll do," but like. It's like, but also maybe that's an advantage for us. Takes one of their players out of the game as well. So maybe that's a win.
Could be like, oh, damn.
I'll be seeing you later. Yeah. We'll go on to our last player now, who is an out-and-out striker for me, and someone who's also a bit of a pest. But he's got a more specialized taste.
But my guy, he was in your honorable mentions. Like I said, I did this off the top of my head, so he was one of the only attackers I could think of.
Okay, all right,
So,
all right.
Before we do the countdown, if you have sort of who I'm thinking you have now, judging by the rest of your team, we're going to put your player in because
we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Wayne
Deeney!
Gosh darn. Deeney, I can respect it. Deeney,
Yeah.
you know, big man,
Yeah,
like
big-
Harry Maguire. Assault.
Big man ting Deeney, you get me? You know, it's 10 months prison.
You explain his crime to us, Matt. You know.
Yeah, look, he attacked a group of students outside of a nightclub, and it was caught on video, a 30-second video. Deeney and his friend kicked defenseless students, and they laid repeated blows on their heads while they like laid on the floor, pretty lifeless. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, that happened back in 2012.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Absolutely, I can support that one. That one's probably quite dodgy. Wayne Rooney though, he's not. He's not in this team. He's not in the max security cell for his obsession with grandmas. Usually other people's grandmas, but he's a bit of a wild child. Apparently, he got caught drunk driving in someone else's car.
Oh,
He hits the town. Crazy fella.
wow. Well, yeah. Look, I don't know who to go with in this situation. They're both like similar levels of.
Yeah, they're both like,
yeah.
oh, he's not chopping up his girlfriend into little pieces, but like, we can't have that.
Mm.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't assault students and don't drink drive in other people's cars.
Yeah, look, so I think I don't know who to go with actually.
I think just by talent, I'd go with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, all right. Let's put Rooney in. Okay.
Just by talent, I'd go with Rooney.
We need some out and out striker presence.
Yeah, we need a real talent here.
I mean, like that goal, Forestieri hog Deeney. But yeah, look,
yeah,
you can't put that over Wayne.
No, you can't. 200. If Wayne Rooney even approaches 200 goals for Prison FC, he'll go straight into the Sex Pest Hall of Fame, as named by James Pearson.
Okay,
Yeah.
Talking about that has brought another player to my mind that I want to add to my honorable mentions. I don't think he's been charged. The sheer, act of doing it is good enough for me to put him there. And it's another Manchester United great, Sir Ryan Giggs.
You think Icardi's a dog? I shagged me brother's missus.
You know
we've got to have him in the mentions.
He's our one and only sub.
Yeah, the one
when he gets off the bench, his brother's wife shakes.
Yeah, we can agree on that. Ryan Giggs is in this. Is a sub in this team. We only need him. We don't need anyone else.
Tell you what, Man United getting some representation in Prison FC between Harry Maguire, Mason Greenwood, Wayne Rooney, and Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
Oof. I told you, they're a club of criminals. And it all begins with the Glazers at the top.
Are there any former United players as well? No.
Eric Cantona could have gone into this.
Eric Cantona could have went in there for assault.
Yeah.
I believe it was that flying kick in the game in the Manchester United game.
Roy Keane probably deserves to be in prison, but I can't figure out a crime for him to get him there. So we just have to do without him.
You know who else should be in there? Oh, his name slipped my mind. Vinnie Jones. Jones. He's a mention. He's definitely a mention. Right, that guy was a hooligan first and a footballer second.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone watching this has seen his his highlights, I don't know if you can call them highlights. Really, they're more lowlights for him. But he was a brawler, and he started a lot of brawls in his time on the pitch. Got a lot of yellow cards. Yeah.
Jeez. I think we've got a pretty solid team here. You know what? I think Muchos Locos should be scared of us, because when we go onto that pitch, we mean business, and they should really be scared, because I'd be scared of some of these people. I'm telling you, James Pearson has got an eye.
I'm definitely scared of some of these people.
People deserve to be feared.
I would not want to walk down a dark alley and see one of these guys there, especially like Quincy Proms or Joey Barden. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. If James Pearson walked up behind me in an alley and said, "I'm going to treat you like one of my Thai girls," I'd be very scared. I'd be way more scared than if it was any of them. Mate, chop me up. I'll take that. I'll take that first. I'd prefer that. Chop me up into little pieces. That I can anticipate.
So
that man is a wild card.
I'm going to throw a curveball at you now. All right. I know we haven't talked about this. You did not know this was coming, but fans. Okay, we've seen some pretty horrid fans in our time, right, Jackson? What fan base do you reckon would be the spectators, like the outside spectators?
I'll do you one better. I'll say one dude, one fan in particular, the dude who rushed Jack Grealish from behind to punch him in the back of the neck.
The Birmingham fan in the Birmingham Derby.
I don't even need the whole fan base. I'll just put that guy in a prison cell overlooking the yard and he can just like yell out your chants. He's there. He's absolutely there.
Look, I was going to go a bit of a different avenue. I was just going to go the Hungary fan base as a whole.
Millwall comes second for me. The Millwall fan base. Well, the Orcs of South London.
I just think Hungary, what they've done recently.
Hear that, Anthony?
Yeah.
You lot of prison fans.
Yeah. Right. So
yeah, I'll take that. Manager. I'll throw one back at you, manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah. There probably is one, but it's currently slipped my mind at the moment, so I have no clue.
Well, who would you,
manager. Yeah, look.
Well, I mean, I hadn't thought about this, and what first came to my mind was in Derby County's worst season, they had a manager that got sacked around the same time his pretty cringe sex tape was released. I feel like with the talent we've got on this team, I think he can really relate to them.
Going down that avenue, he knows how to use them on the pitch and knows how to get them in their mental states as well.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he relates. But yeah, managers are usually sneaky clean. So, I think I could absolutely do that. So right, I think I'd go with him.
Let's do a quick sum up of the team, right? So goalkeeper, we got Bruno Fernandes, the Brazilian Bruno Fernandes. Okay, we've got our left backers, Benjamin Mendy, our right back left back playing as a right back, Marcus Alonso. We've got
right backs are too clean.
Yeah,
we make do.
We've got our two centre halves. So we've got Harry Maguire and we've got Pearson. We look into our midfield. We've got our Quincy Proms. We have Joey Barton.
It will be worth the captain's armband for this team.
And we have Basuma as well. And we go into our sort of attacking play. We've got Mason Greenwood. We've got Adam Johnson. And we have Wayne Rooney. And then we have our agreed upon one singular sub of Ryan Giggs.
Yeah,
and then we have Derby County as their worst season ever's manager, as our team's manager. And then we've got our fan base, a combined collective of the Birmingham fan that king hit Jack Grealish and the Hungry fans.
And the Hungry fans.
And then maybe a little bit of Millwall.
Yeah, mixed in, somewhere in there. Yeah. All right, that about does us. I think if you guys think that there's any better team for facing Muchos Locos, let us know. But we're pretty confident in this team. We reckon they've got what it's take. It's like Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard, but they're all sexual assault perpetrators.
Yeah,
and also just awful people. Most of these people are very bad.
They're not playing guards either.
Yeah, they're not playing guards. No, we're the stakes of this one are a little higher. This one's a little. If we lose, we're all going to die. But you know what? With this team, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's an acceptable outcome.
Considering they're playing, this type of football instead of the gridiron over in America, they're not going to get hit, and they're not going to be like,
I got a bird. His name is Ronnie.
Well, tell Ronnie you got knocked the fuck out.
So.
All right, that wraps us up. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.